And welcome members to another weekly update. It's December the 18th, Sunday, after we market closed on Friday 16th. Let's catch up on, always check the weekly overview of the overall market. That's in a separate video to this one, which gives you my forecast for the overall market direction, so we can know which way your individual trades might be headed in terms of how the overall market influences it. Not shorting the market, as you'll see from that, and waiting to see still quite what is the overall direction of the bigger trend. Bull, bear, it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. Let's check in on some individual picks though. First, I was looking at M's sort of last week, and that one allowed an entry point. It's right there, still on support as it collides with this rising 200-day, and you see it there in the bigger picture weekly charts. Just a very, very tight entry here, so which means a very tight stop loss, and it's just a cheap stock. I'm just simply out on the weekly close. So that means I won't be looking at this till Friday. It's going to close below that 40-week line. So that's that one. So I think that's looking decent. It's got plenty of upside there. Seadrill is plugging away there. There's nothing wrong with that. Stocks don't move in straight lines. What we're seeing here is the start of what is hopefully an early stage in the uptrend with lots of upside there. No complaints there. Credit Suisse, same deal there, just consolidating nicely above its 200-day. That's these ones that I've set up here for the kind of like big comebacks as they get back over the 40-week with plenty of upside. They're got real patience is required, but the rewards could be pretty good. CF Industries, exactly the same thing, consolidating above the 200-day in a nice upwards trend pattern there. Nothing wrong with that action. I said last weekend that I was going to get out of Royal Gold on the Monday, even if it went up, because the rest of the gold miners were just south of the 200-day, and I didn't understand why Royal Gold was hanging in there. So this is a good learning point. You would have thought, well, what's wrong? If you were looking at that stock in isolation, you would have thought, well, what's wrong with that? It looks fine. But it was odd how the rest of the gold miners were in trouble. Gold was in trouble, but Royal Gold was hanging in there. So I used the opportunity to get out. And here's what happened this week to Royal Gold. It turns out that was a good thing to do, because it was the Monday when I got out on the 12th, and then you look what happened the next day. Okay, went up that day, but then it broke. If you didn't get out before, then that was your cue there. That was a close below that rising 200-day and closed at the bottom of its range. So out of that one, for I think it was actually very small profit in the end. Let's look at the FXY. That's been a great short. I shorted it here, as you know, and it hasn't just stopped going down ever since. So there's currently a nice, like 800 point profit there. So I'm going to draw a line in the sand here that's lock in profits at let's say 83. If you close at 83, then I'll take profits on that one. Amazon is still ticking along nicely. Since it bounced off from here, and it's in a little uptrend there. So all going okay. There was one other one I was looking at, which was kind of in the Seadrill vein, if one was to want more of the same. Oil exploration seems to be a hot sector right now. And this one is Oceaneering, similar to Seadrill. You can see there it's got above its 40-week for the first time in a long time, and it's consolidating above it, looking pretty strong and heavy volume. And if you look at Seadrill, which is a kind of same sector, you see the similar thing going on here. So again, by the same token with Royal Gold, I was looking in the other stocks in the same sector. I'm doing the same thing this time, looking around for confirmation. And there's another pick there if you wanted to get on that one. That's giving me a pretty tight stop there. So that's another good one to look at. So I will speak to you as it's Christmas. The markets are closed on the following Monday. Next week's market overview is going to be kind of Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So have a great Christmas, and I'll speak to you then.